Savoy, also known as Maud, was rumored to be America's first drag queen. Now, as one Noxzema Jones explains it, when a straight man dresses like a woman and goes on a sexual kick, he is a transvestite. When a man is a woman trapped in a man's body, he is a transsexual. When a gay man has way too much fashion sense for one gender, he is a drag queen. Rumors have it that Bert Savoy taught Mae West how to be a vamp and that she probably owed more to Bert than any woman in the theater. Bert can best be summed up by the following exchange. Stopping in front of Saks Fifth Avenue, Bert told friends, "Oh, it is just too much. I don't care if he, presumably meaning an imaginary sugar daddy, is building it for me. I'll never live in it." Ladies and gentlemen, the reading room at McFarland Library is proud to present Vaudeville's original power couple, J. Brennan and Bert Savoy.
Hey, madam, you look like someone I'd like to get to know better. What's your favorite flower?
Pillsbury.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant, what does it take to impress a lady like you? What would I have to give you for one little kiss?
Chloroform.
So, you like to play hard to get, don't you?
I'm sorry, but I heard the saddest story the other day.
Really? What story was that?
Well, apparently these two young ladies were undressing in front of an open window. One of them caught a bad cold, and the other, she caught a rich husband who lived across the street.
Why is that a sad story?
Oh, sorry.
I caught a bad cold the other day.
And you don't know the half of it, dearie. Each time I twill a song with Bill or look at Will,
I get a chill. I'm gloomy.
I won't recall the names of all the men who fall.
It's all appalling to me. Of course, I really cannot blame them a bit. For you're a hit wherever you flit.
I know it's so, but dearie, oh, you'll never know the blues that go right through me. I've got the you don't know the half of it, dearie blue. I know that I'm forgetful, but they're the blues.
If you should marry Tom, Dick, or Harry, life would be the bunk. I'd become a monk.
I've got the you don't know the half of it, dearie blue. There was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. When she was good, she was very, very good. And when she was bad, she was popular.
Would a kiss be out of place?
Not if your aim is careful.
Well, for 2 cents I'd kiss you.
Does anyone have change for a nickel?
Well, I suppose I should wait until after the show.
But you said you could live off my kisses.
Oh, so you're going to feed me some?
Not unless I know if you expect dessert.
You know, ever since I met you, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't drink.
Oh, why not?
I'm broke.
Well then, I'm leaving the country for a while. I'm going to Paris for some clothes.
You just remembered where you left them?
You don't know the half of it, dearie. To Bill and Ben, I pay attention now and then, but really men would bore me. When I'd begun to think I'd run and be a nun, I met the one meant for me. And then along comes a beam. Zip goes the girl, there goes the dream. I know it's so, but dearie, oh, you'll never know the blues that go right through me. I got that you don't know the half of it, dearie blues. It may be my heart isn't broken, but there's a bruise. Though you I've known some days that were lonesome, though you say that I'm flirting all the time, I've got that you don't know the half of it, dearie blues. I've got that you don't know the half of it, dearie blues. I wish you'd drop your anchor and in your cruise. You're just a duffer who makes me suffer. All the younger set says your heart's to let. I've got the you don't know the half of it, dearie blues. You do know that I'm a man, don't you? That I'm a drag queen? Well, you know, in crowds like this, you just never know. Why, the other day, there was this rich shipping tycoon from Boston. Well, dearie, you must come see me sometime for the rest of the story. Surprised to find a drag queen in Vaudeville? Well, you shouldn't be. Did you know that after World War I, there were literally dozens of doughboys who performed in drag throughout the country? And drag goes all the way back to Shakespeare's days. Even the Greeks and Romans. Why, I bet that the first drag queen was probably some caveman who threw on a saber-toothed tiger skin and simply declared, "I look fabulous!" Well, is my stereotype showing? Well, by now, dearies, you must all realize that vaudeville is nothing but that, stereotypes. Now, how would you feel if I were to come out here and simply proclaim, "Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Defy thy father and refuse thy name." Why, would you take me serious? It would be repulsive, and I would be the object of ridicule, or worse. No, 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 no. Miss Maud will not be subject to ridicule. If I can't take myself seriously, then how can I ask you to take me seriously? So that is why I camp it up, I sashay, I cavort, I flounce. And that, my dearies, is how Miss Maud stays in the world of the straight and narrow. And I do a pretty good job of it, if you ask me. I am the greatest drag star of my era. And that Mae West, that hussy, she stole all my stick. An homage, my ass says. Well, dearies, you didn't come here to see me get on my soapbox. You came to be entertained, and perhaps even a bit titillating. Well, at least you were. Oh, dearies, you know, there are only two things necessary to keep a redhead happy. One is to always let her think she's having her way. And the other
Is to let her have it. Ain't that the truth? What do you call a woman who always knows where a man is at night? A redhead. And my gal needn't worry where her fella is at night. Why, I even took her to meet my parents. Can you imagine that? came back with someone on his arm one fine day. He stepped right in on Ma and Pa and said, ain't I the sticker? Ain't I the peach picker? Oh, Pa, oh, Ma, oh, Pa, oh, Ma, isn't she the sweetest thing? She's the kind who is kind to her mother. Every boy wants to be her big brother. The little birds above her, they all love her. When she's out, they start to sing. Tell me, Dad, ain't you glad that I caught her? Say it loud, ain't you proud of your daughter? I love her, oh, Pa, oh, Ma, oh, Ma, oh, Pa, isn't she the sweetest thing? Just see the pretty roses in her cheeks, ain't she grand? She makes the sweetest music when she speaks, ain't she grand? You must admit I've won the prize. I think she's gonna like you. Say, how does she strike you? Oh, Ma, oh, Pa, oh, Pa, oh, Ma, isn't she the sweetest thing? She's the kind who is kind to her mother. Every boy wants to be her big brother. The little birds above her, they all love her. When she's out, they start to sing. Tell me, Dad, ain't you glad that I caught her? Say it loud, ain't you proud of your daughter? I love her, oh, Pa, oh, Ma, oh, Pa, oh, Ma, isn't she the sweetest thing?
Oh, dearies, you know, I do hope that God is a drag queen. You know, we'll have so many things to talk about, like hair and makeup and fashion and cleavage. Well, thank you and good evening.
Good night, and thank you.
Her words may have been more prophetic than she realized. One afternoon, while strolling along the boardwalk on Long Island Beach with some friends, Bert noticed a storm out at sea. There was a tremendous clap of thunder, to which Bert replied,
Ain't that Miss God cutting up something awful?
it was at that exact moment that a bolt of lightning from the storm struck Bert dead, right there on the spot.
I always did enjoy a big exit.